I watch so many freaking movies on here, and I am always trying to keep up with doing the reviews once I'm done. But sometimes I'll finish a movie, and then I go to review it in a day or two or three or five or whatever, and I'm gonna do it with like seven other movies that I watched, and somehow movies just get lost in the shuffle. And I always wonder how many movies I've watched with the intention of reviewing that I never reviewed. There's been a lot. There's been a lot for sure over the years. And this is one of them. I watched this weeks, if not months ago. This is a movie called Shadows of Bigfoot. And this is about a boyfriend and girlfriend and the girlfriend's brother, who is the cameraman. They're going out to a trail where a murder had happened, and there's like this hermit who's blaming it on Bigfoot, and they want to go research it for themselves. Now they're told by the ranger that this area is closed, and that if they're caught in there, that they're going to be fined and get in trouble. But they decide to go in anyway, and they find more than they bargained for. That kind of obvious setup. Here's an interesting thing with this movie. This is the stuff that I remember for sure. Overall, I liked the movie. Okay, I think it's a decent addition to the growing catalog of Bigfoot found footage. There's quite a bit of it. I watched the two Tahoe Joe movies recently. Exist by Eduardo Sanchez. There's a mess of them. There's so many Bigfoot found footage films now. So it's become its own subgenre, which is super interesting. But anyway, the interesting thing to note in this movie is that I think that the two leads, the boyfriend and the girlfriend in this, and the cameraman as well, but he's not featured much because he's the cameraman. But when he is featured, he's fun. The two leads are actually quite good, very believable. Their chemistry with one another is solid. I found both of them to be likable. I thought that they both gave good performances. She's really cute. She's it seems to be knowledged and whatever. So like all of that stuff worked pretty well. There's also like some decent gore, especially at the very end. I actually thought one effect with a dead body looked pretty damn believable and good, and I was like, oh wow, I'm not used to seeing that in low budget found footage films like this. They typically shy away from, or if we see anything, it's usually like some blood across the face or something. But this was actually pretty damn cool looking gore on a body, and I was like, oh damn, hell yeah. But so some of the downsides of the movie, unfortunately, is that everyone else to me in the film, all of the side characters or smaller characters in this, I thought they were bad. I thought they were really bad. So I feel like they put all their talent up front in front of the camera for the majority of the time. Good move, smart move for sure. It would have been way worse had our two leads been the bad ones, and then all of the like secondary supporting roles that were around them for a minute here, 2 minutes here, were great. That would have felt worse. So I'm glad that our main characters, who we spend the majority of time with, are the talent. But like, there's this guy who comes in, and he's like telling them that he can take them where they want to go and this and that. He is overacting so hard. And the hermit that they freaking run into, he's overacting. Everyone else that we encounter in this movie, no, not good. Was not enjoying that. So that's the big downside. Also, with the end of the film, we're kind of given flashlight sight, where and that's just how it looks, I guess. But it almost felt, it wasn't on purpose per se, but the whole screen is dark except for a circle in the center, which is just the flashlight and whatever it's shining on in the woods. And that's maybe the last like 5 to 10 minutes of this movie. So it's like you're looking through a peephole almost for like the whole rest of the like the last act of the film, because that's what the flashlight can see. But it felt so specifically just like a circle in the middle of the screen, and then everything else around it was almost completely black. So you were in like flashlight vision. That, I don't know, it just made it so it obscured a lot of things, and it was kind of hard to tell what was going on. So the final act, which was okay, but it had that it had that going on, so it really kind of diminished my entertainment and excitement towards the film. But overall, I think it's actually a pretty decent found footage Bigfoot movie with two good solid performances from the leads, and a decent enough payoff with pretty decent gore in one area. And as far as the Bigfoot creature goes, that looked fine. So I think, yeah, if you're a big found footage enthusiast who likes Bigfoot, then you should check it out. It's on Tubi, so you can watch it for free. But yeah, for some reason, I don't know why. I was looking through my Letterboxd and I saw this one, and I was thinking, did I review that one? I don't think I did. And I checked, I did not. So here's the review. I think I watched this like a month ago or more. But I do remember it actually pretty well. So that's saying something, because there's episodes of the X Files we're reviewing right now that we watched more recently, and I have zero memory of them because they are so forgettable. And there's tons of movies I watched this year that I have zero memory of because of how forgettable they are. So I still remember this movie pretty damn well. So that says something. Anyway, let me know if you watch it. I'll see you in the comments. Adios.